Hey guys, it's Luis Medrano here from EasyRawFoodEnergy.com, and today I just want to share with you the health books that I have read and that I recommend to you if you're looking to improve your health, get fit, lose weight, have more energy, or just feel better. I came across these books just throughout the years, and they've had a big impact on my life, and I want to share them with you today. I'm at the park. I just finished my workout. It's day 6 of my 14-day fitness challenge. I just did a calisthenics ab routine followed by sprints up the hill, on the ground and up the hill. I don't know if you could see the hills up there, but there's some good steep 30-yard hills, but it was tough, but I'm so glad I got it done and it's out of the way. So anyways, enjoy the video. Hopefully, if you haven't read these books, hopefully you can pick them up and find a lot of nuggets of wisdom and inspiration to improve your health and to live a vibrant, energetic life as you were meant to be. So first of all, one of the very first books I came across was the China Study. This book was huge for me in that it really dug deep into the whole aspect of veganism and its relation to health, cancer, and a lot of other diseases that plague many people, especially in this country. And it was a large study that was conducted and essentially found that researchers were able to turn on and off cancer basically with giving subjects either animal-based foods or plant-based foods. So it was huge. It goes into like a lot of just nutrition and the whole issue with the dietary guidelines, and I mean it goes into a lot, but very good book. Recommend you read it. It was very impactful for me and I'm glad that I did. The first raw book that I came across was The Raw Secrets, and this one by Frederic Patenaude, one of the first raw food authors I came across, was huge for me because it was when I first was getting into the raw food diet. I had originally started, I went vegan, and throughout my journey in being vegan, I came across the raw vegan diet, which fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, uncooked. And this book just summed it up for me in a nutshell and just provided an outline for the diet in just a simple form that I was able to follow. And it just goes into just different things like coming up with the raw food plan that works. It goes into like a lot of questions that come up. It goes into sleep, water. So essentially it's about the raw food lifestyle, not just about food, but it's a good book. I recommend you read that one. Another book that I read a couple years ago, Eat to Live by Dr. Joel Furham. He's a big proponent of plant-based nutrition, vegan plant-based nutrition. So a good book. He just goes into a lot of studies and there's a lot of research and sources that he cites for, again, proponent of the vegetarian and plant-based food. So that one was good. One of my favorite books, Fit for Life. I came across this book through, I think, Dr. Graham's book, which I'll get to in a little bit. But he mentioned this book, and I bought it and read it, and I enjoyed it. This book was written in 1986, I believe, and it just goes into the aspects of natural hygiene. And these authors, Harvey and Marylin, came across natural hygiene when they were suffering with their health, and they just go into how they were able to cure their ailments with natural hygiene. And essentially natural hygiene is pretty much raw food diet, raw fruits, raw vegetables, nuts and seeds. And yeah, there's a lot of recipes in here. It goes into just the basic principles of natural hygiene. Very good book. Recommend you read it. I also have Fit for Life 2, which I recently came across, and this one goes more into different aspects of a healthy life besides just food. So it goes into exercise, water, you know, fresh air, and different things like that. So a good book. Also has a lot of recipes. Recommend that one. This one, called From Crisis to Peace, The Organic Vegan Way is the Answer, and I picked it up at one of my favorite vegan restaurants that I like to go eat at. But they have a stack of these books you could just take for free, and I mean, a lot of the focus of this book is the health of the planet, the impact of the planet, the impact that your food choices make on the health of the planet. So, you know, reducing waste and reducing pollution and saving water, and of course the health of the animals, which, you know, we find so many of, you know, on this planet. So this was a good, informative book. Also, another book I came across, I picked this book up when I went to the longevity conference in Costa Mesa a couple years ago. Kathy Freston, she actually was a speaker at the event, and she was giving her books away and like signing them and stuff. I didn't get an autograph, but I picked up one of her books, and it's good. Just goes into a lot of, this is good especially for people who are transitioning from a sad diet to vegan or vegetarianism. She gives a lot of transition recipes and how to replace a lot of animal-based food items with plant-based counterparts, and she goes into her journey too, and it's a good book, good read. I like that one. Another one of my favorite raw food books is by David Klein, Your Natural Diet, Alive Raw Foods. And this one goes a lot into the natural hygiene aspect of it too. Answers a lot of questions, goes into different topics like food combining, detoxification, just how to set up a proper raw food plan. There's also a lot of recipes in the back and resources. Real good book. This one, Raw Food Controversies. It's just like a more of an entertaining type of book. Not really so much, you know, going into health or recipes and stuff like that. But he mainly talks about his journey coming to California and living the raw food lifestyle and getting into the raw food scene. All the people he came across, all the controversial things that went on during that time, and interesting, I mean, good book if you're into the raw food movement and all that. Dr. Doug Graham, I have two of his books. This is one of them called Nutrition and Athletic Performance. I'm an athlete myself, so I found this book to be very informative and useful because it just goes into, you know, hydration and recovery and setting yourself up for athletic events properly, and just things that I'm interested in because I'm an athlete. So good book. If you're an athlete and you want to up your game, check this one out. Another one of Dr. Graham's book, which I don't have, but which was probably the top influential book in all my library, is the 80-10-10 Diet. I think I lent it out to a family member. I had a couple copies and lent them out, so I'm happy to just spread the message, spread the word of the 80-10-10 style of raw food diet. But that book just put everything into perspective for me with regards to the raw food diet, because when I started, you know, I tried different stuff. I tried gourmet for a little bit. I had a couple recipe books which had complicated recipes. I just had no interest in spending so much time in the kitchen making these dehydrated recipes, and it just wasn't fun for me. So I got away from that, tried different stuff, came across the 80-10-10 style diet through Frederic, but it wasn't until I read the 80-10-10 Diet by Dr. Douglas Graham that everything was just clear to me, and I pretty much said, this is the way to go, this is how I'm going to approach it, and especially because I'm an athlete. So 80-10-10 book, highly recommended. Anyways, yeah, that's all. I just want to share my book library with you. There's probably other books that I'm missing, but I either don't have them or they're out and about somewhere. And also something I want to mention is these are all health related with regards to food, but also let's not forget that health is not just about food. It's about, you know, your mind, your mental health, your you know, it's about fitness. It's a lifestyle. So there's food, there's getting fresh air, and you know, having a positive, optimistic attitude. So there's other books, of course, that I've read which deal with, you know, empowerment, spirituality, mental training and stuff like that, but I'm not going to go into that now. I just wanted to share my health related books, so hopefully you found them useful. If there are other books that you highly recommend that I did not mention, I would love to know what they are, because I'm an avid reader of these type of books. So please let me know. Leave the name of the book in the comments below, and yeah, I would love to hear those books. So again, this is Luis Medrano from EasyRawFoodEnergy.com. Subscribe to my channel, visit my website for more, and I'd love to hear from you. So until next time, peace be with you. I'll see you in the next video.